Hey everyone, Jenny here with Sipping Streams Tea Company, and thank you again for joining me on another Facebook Live. And today I wanted to go over a very interesting topic that you might not think would be related to tea. So, I'm the owner and founder of Sipping Streams Tea Company. I've been around for 12 years now. It is our 12-year anniversary this month. And I have won 11 international awards. My newest book, The Essence of Tea, The Transformational Journey of a Tea Connoisseur, came out just this past November, and it already became #1 new release on Amazon. So you can get through Amazon for paperback or on Kindle, which is on special right now because it's National Hot Tea Month, for 99 cents. But anyway, I'm an international award-winning tea company. I've been a speaker at the World Tea Expo. I travel around the world and source my teas, and there's so many things. We've been featured in Fresh Cup magazine. We've been featured on NPR for our 1,000-mile tea. Let's see. We just won second place at the Global Tea Championships, and I know there's something else that I'm missing, but and I'm a certified tea specialist with the Specialty Tea Institute. So my passion is teaching people about tea. Yes, I sell tea, but really I want you to have the knowledge and expertise so you can make your own decisions and so that you can have your life transformed like mine was. So if you're watching right now, definitely wave, say hello, share some hearts, and let me know where you're watching from. And even if you're watching from the replay, please write down where you're watching from. I'd really be interested to know where in the world you are. So today I wanted to talk about tearing down barriers and using tea to help you grow to know who you are. So that is actually one of our mission statements. Part of our mission statement is to help people to grow to know who they are, because my life has been transformed through tea, believe it or not. And that's also why I chose to write my book last year, was because so many people through the years have asked, why tea? How'd you get into tea? I don't have a university degree on the horticulture of tea. My background actually is athletic training, which is part of sports medicine, and PE teaching K through 12, which I'm still a certified teacher. So my passion is actually health, well-being, and education. And so when I moved into tea, it was just very, I guess, odd, because you wouldn't think that the two would go together, from health and fitness and well-being to the tea industry. It just seems like an odd pairing or an odd transition. But the truth is, tea in its very holistic form has transformed my life. And part of that, which is in the very first chapter of my book, talks about tearing down barriers so that our lives can be transformed through tea. So for most of you who are big tea fans, you know that tea is the #1 most consumed beverage in the world. More than coffee or soda. This is in the whole entire world. In the United States, there's extremely high consumption of coffee, but tea outweighs that when you look at it from a global standpoint. And the only beverage that is more consumed than tea is water, which water is in tea. So it's very interesting because every culture in the world has a story about tea. It has a certain ritual. It builds communities. It helps people heal physically. It helps people heal spiritually. There are so many things that tea does, and one of the things that it does is tear down barriers. So my very first chapter talks a little bit about how I got into tea. It's called, Are You Drinking Tea Because You're Chinese? So people assume a lot, and that's their own personal barriers that they, have put up or have grown up with. And it's just, nature versus nurture. And some people they have a different life experience and growing up. And I did too. I had a lot of issues with Asian people. I'm first generation American, so I immigrated to the United States and we moved to Alaska. I'm the first person in my family to go to high school and graduate and go to college. I didn't speak English. It's actually not my first language. And I grew up in Alaska. So I was this conundrum of all these mixtures. And I didn't really even know who I was. I had barriers against people, and people had their own assumptions that created barriers for them to understand me, and I didn't even understand myself either. Because some people would see me wearing an Alaska t-shirt or a sweatshirt, and they would think, oh, she's Alaska Native. Because I had black hair, and I dressed very American, and they knew I was from Alaska, so they thought I was Native Alaskan, or Alaska Native, or, an indigenous people from Alaska. So that was one thing that was very odd to me. Or some people thought I was Native, and then I also spoke Chinese, and I learned Chinese from public school. And I was like, no, Chinese is my very first language. I didn't even learn English until I went to public school. And even then, I was in a pull-out program from my classroom until I was in 3rd grade. I think 3rd grade I didn't have to do it anymore. So kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, I was quote-unquote special and teased on the bus because I didn't really speak English. I didn't speak English since I was a baby because my mom didn't speak English. And then, now that I'm older, so many Chinese people think I'm ABC, which I'm very close to ABC, but I'm not American born. So I'm a, Chinese born American with no accent. And so I don't fit anywhere. And tea is one of those things that really helped transform my life. It brought a lot of healing to me. I was not a tea drinker from the start. I was drinking coffee. I've been drinking coffee since I was 4 years old. And I like drinking black, straight coffee. And people still assume that I don't drink coffee because I'm the tea lady. And then people assume, because my whole last 12 years has been divulged into tea, that I don't know anything about coffee and that I don't drink it. And maybe, they have no idea my background is actually in health and well-being and fitness and education. They just think I'm this tea lady who is a certified tea specialist. So, and the hedgehog is at home. Frankie is at home. She's in her little pen with my dogs because I'm actually in my car, if you can't tell, driving to Anchorage, Alaska. Yes, I left at 4 a.m. this morning, driving. I'm almost to Anchorage, which is like 320 miles from Fairbanks. So it's going to take me about 7 hours total, and I'm getting ready to set up for a wholesale show there that happens today. So I'm actually on my way there. And so Frankie, and it's cold outside, so it's actually going to be even colder in Fairbanks, which I'm so glad I left there. I'm heading south because it's supposed to be minus 40 Fahrenheit tonight. Isn't that crazy? So, yeah, keep warm with some tea, for sure. And I know, Lindsay, that you're always cold in the morning and you got your space heater. Maybe you should drink some tea. It'll wake you up. Stay hydrated. You won't have to go to the bathroom as much as coffee. So, anyways, so tea has transformed my life because I knew nothing about it. I was drinking it literally because it was the cheapest thing on the menu at Starbucks. And you had those little Tazo tea bags that was at the time like $1 or 99 cents. And now, oh, hi Ted Mala, thank you for joining us. And I was just a poor college student, or about to be very poor, because I was spending all my student loan money drinking Starbucks coffee. So I was like, oh, I better pick the cheapest thing and start budgeting. So I started drinking tea. And then that's when I realized that people had certain assumptions that were creating barriers that I didn't even know existed. So one of the questions was, are you drinking tea because you're Chinese? Another question was like, oh, I heard tea is really good for you. Are you drinking it because you're an athletic trainer? Oh, are you on like some sort of diet? Oh, I heard it cures cancer and all these crazy things that I'm like, no, I'm drinking it because it's cheap, or I just got a whole box of it because my friend moved and so she gave me everything out of her pantry. And when people kept saying all these things to me, I'm like, man, I mean, that's kind of, I don't know, just kind of weird that people would say those things to me. So I started drinking tea, not knowing a lick of what it did, other than it was better than just drinking plain water, because I don't like drinking plain water. And I don't like drinking cold water. And which the more I found out about my weird quirks, and they're only weird because I compared them to my friends, I realized that was just another barrier, that it was something I didn't realize was very culturally Chinese. And so the more I started drinking tea, the more these barriers and these assumptions and these like layers of, I don't know, this invisible wall, or like you can imagine it as like a blurry lens of understanding and seeing, were kind of getting cleaned. So the more I drank tea, the more people would say these different claims, and then I would actually look it up and try to find out for myself. I was an athletic training student, so I'd read the Journal of Sports Medicine or other medical journals at the library because I had to do homework. And while I read special electrode techniques for muscle stimulation, I would actually come across case studies on tea. So then I would tell my friends, well, in the Scandinavian study, for these men who are 50 years old, they found that there was a correlation of increasing mortality rates because of the lifestyle that comes with tea. I mean, that's a very brief summary of an abstract. And so, you know, all my friends would start saying, oh, you should talk to Jenny. She knows so much about tea. I literally was just talking about tea so I could answer these questions or these statements that were assumptions, that were these barriers to understanding. I just wanted to help them understand. And the more I was helping them understand, I was starting to understand myself. And so that is some of the ways that tea or curiosity can help you tear down barriers and help you grow to know who you are and understand yourself. Oh, Tenmala said, our children enjoy watching your movies. Oh, hey kids. Oh, I wonder, are you guys in Anchorage right now? Okay, well, if you guys are, and you can stop by the Denina Center, that's where I'll be this weekend. So anyway, if you want to learn more about the transformational powers of tea, I'm doing a 5-day free tea challenge that starts this Monday. And so you can sign up today by clicking the link that's on the description. Definitely share this out with your friends and family, and it'll be totally fun. You'll be learning all about the different powers of tea. You will be learning about the health benefits of tea, but that's only one component of it. And you'll be taking actionable steps to help you transform your year and to set different goals and change your perspective and mindset in life. So definitely check that out. And if you want to join our Sipping Streams tea tribe, which that's where you need to also be a part of and opt in and join, answer the 3 questions. You can get there by going to bit.ly/transforming me. So it's bit.ly/transforming me, and they'll take you straight to the Sipping Streams Tea Tribe page, where all of our live videos and our assignments and our free giveaways will be happening every day. So definitely do that. And as a bonus giveaway, if you're already in the program and you refer somebody to this tea challenge, and they let us know by, saying, oh, Charles Walter told me about this challenge and I want to join, or, they can PM me or message me or whatever, you will be entered into a very special drawing that will be the very first drawing on Monday. So it'll be like a pre-challenge giveaway already. And the best way to do that is to actually either call your friend, text your friend, send them the link, let them know what's going on. Don't just invite them to the Sipping Streams Tea Tribe, because they'll be like, what's this about? Because they won't get the emails. They won't know that we're doing a tea challenge. So definitely let them know first before you just start hitting invite, And I can see that you've invited them, but they're like, what? Why did I get invited to this group? Let them know that the group is about learning more about tea and transforming your life. And I'll see you next time.